Alright. Are we good now? Anybody? Or is it buffering again? Hold on. Okay, it's back up? Alright, cool. See guys, that's why I need the new device. So I can hopefully connect to an Ethernet port, have a more stable connection, and everything. But, it's okay. Alright. If it closed down again though, I think that might be it because you know, it went pretty fine last time, but I noticed that every now and then, you know, I lose some quality. So, what were we talking about? Is it that plug thing? Well, it sort of does look like a plug. It plugs into your wall and everything. But it's supposed to... See, it's the strength. Right now, I'm nowhere close to where my router is. So, if I can bring that signal closer to me, I feel like it'll be more stable. And it has an Ethernet port, which should allow me to have a more stable connection. So, yeah. We just need to get the Fury, I believe. Alright. I forgot. Some of you guys had some really good things that you were saying that I wanted to... Oh, we were talking about spoilers. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I was talking about IF's joke. I feel like that turned a lot of people off from just watching Super Dimension in general. I mean, put yourself in that position, right? Put yourself in the position of you're trying to watch a playthrough to watch, and you're just now coming across this person. And you're like, okay, because, well, I do this. I'm not saying everybody does this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who does this. You know, a good determining factor for if you're just watching somebody play a Neptunia game or a Super Dimension is what they thought to IF's joke. If you like the reaction to that, then they might be a person that you might keep watching, you know. But for my reaction, it was ruined. So when people get to that episode, then they're like, oh, really? Is that going to be a thing? Or are you just going to be spoiled on big moments all the time? And they'll leave without giving me a chance, you know? So. And you got Ethernet. Yeah, I have, there's no Ethernet port in the room that I'm in right now. That's another thing. So, I'm hoping if I can just bring the Ethernet cord, because the place that I'm in, my family owns. So I can do, you know, what I need to make things work.
Let's go! New data?
But, at the same, I need money for that, so. Well, I understand that, Chris. Actually, what was the first video that you seen of mine, Chris? I'm not sure. You didn't like Super Dimension either? Oh, that's fair, Regulant. Hi, Maddie. How's it going? Moderator Senpai, it's been a while since I've seen you.
Let's do this.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, when the game, it's different when the game spoils me. Notice how I wasn't too upset then? And that's because you guys could see the moment where I was spoiled and, you know, it was by my own hand rather than somebody else. You know, like, that's funny. You know, if you can't be a YouTuber, I think, if you can't at least laugh at yourself and your mistakes. But just for somebody else who just really wants to seem like they know everything, just to tell you something like that, it's like, really? Why? You know? Yeah, Jack, I was looking at, the one I was looking at, it was exactly $30. Have you actually tried it? Because that would be fantastic. Which form of the CPU is true for? Oh, really? That one? Well, yeah, you've been with me for a while, Chris. I was just wondering. So then, it's different for you because since you've been with me for a while, then you're more, it's not your first impression. What I'm talking about is people who Super Dimension was their first impression of me. Oh. Oh no. Are you kidding me? I gotta redo this again? See, guys, this is the pain I'm going through, right? Normally I'd be doing this by myself. I gotta go through this dungeon, which had so many, you know, tricks. Yeah, I would not do this if I wasn't streaming, honestly, because you guys are helping me pass the time right now. I gotta do so much. Do I already have the keys? Because I've been through this area before. Can I just... Oh, come on. Okay, this is a failure in game design. Like, even if, whether you know what's going on or not, the fact that in order to get different routes, I have to play through this dungeon again, and I can't already have the keys despite this being a new game plus where I've already completed this route. You know, there's to be a much easier way of, you know, getting these routes, don't you think? Suffering, we'll suffer together. Well, that does make it better. Alright, so what do I guess I gotta go this way first. Alright, where's the key? Alright, here's the first guard. At the very least,
I shall strike first.
it won't take long to take him down.
Prepare yourself, Seguro.
Okay, I saw the stream lag. Are we still good? Are we still good, guys? And what's Westopolis? No. See, Westopolis was fun, right? Westopolis, I wouldn't mind going through time and time again. But this is something that's just tedious. I have to think. You know, it's like I have to see, okay, which key do I have? Alright, so I have to go there. And you can't... I'm not running at the speed of sound right now. It's a very casual pace. So Westopolis was much better. And it was only one place. This place I have to go through, if I want to get all the endings, I have to go through 3 more times in addition to this one. So, yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's like, you guys, especially those of you who are just starting school again, you understand what I'm saying? Like, for tasks that I just have to do that are just, you know, I can just do the same thing without thinking, like Uzume's, like jumping with Uzume and Harley a certain amount of times. Yes, that was rough, but at least I didn't have to think, you know. It's just like, alright, if I just keep doing this at a certain time, everything will work out, so.
Hey.
Alright, so now I gotta find out. At least they make it easy for you by letting us know that they're the black guards, but, like, what was the game that had it to where if you just did a perfect symbol attack and you were strong enough for the enemy, you could just defeat them? I could really use that for this game right now. Bomberman R and Tetris is on stream. Yeah, no I didn't, but that's good. That's cool to know. Was there a level requirement for the Ethel fight? I don't think so. And if there was, I had already met it. He never thought Fairy Fencer would last this long on my channel. Well, that is all thanks to you guys. Like I said, I honestly wouldn't care enough to just do the grind on my own for this. But with you guys here, it's like, alright, well, I'll put in the effort. I'll put in the work. Because, like, this is work. You know? It's like... And actually, now that I think about it,
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure I don't even have,
Prepare yourself, Seguro.
well, it's not important. But I'm pretty sure I don't even have ads on the stream, too. So, yeah, that doesn't matter. Like, at this point, to be quite honest, it might be better to just, if I want all the endings, keep this save file and just literally replay through the game so I can have all the CGs on one save. You know, because I'm having to redo these very difficult dungeons over again. And I forgot what key I got. What key did I just get? I don't know. See, look, I got all these keys. Like, they don't work. Like, where do I need to go? Looks like down. I think we're good here. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing that, Maddie. Right now, I gotta I gotta have something. I have a plan of what games I do want to play in the future. And I'd have to check that out to see if that was one I would want to, but right now, from just the games that I'm thinking about, it's already a pretty full schedule. Well, Regulant, that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm streaming. Like, alright, you guys keep me company, then I will try my best just to do all the grunt work to get all the endings. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, with all the work I have to do with just to get through this one dungeon, I might as well just not, instead of making 4 separate saves. Unless somebody can confirm to me a cutoff point where,
Kill them all. Here we go.
do I think this game should have a sequel? Not so far. I mean, so far, it seems like
Not over yet.
it doesn't seem like the type of game to have a sequel. Maybe the third route might change my mind. So, give you an example of the games that are in my plan. Well, part of them I want to keep for a surprise.
New day.
But I mean, the most obvious one that I like to do, Super Neptune RPG. I think that's what it's called. I keep forgetting. But yeah, obviously the next Neptunia game is in my plans, and also I'm gonna just do the visual novel. See, that's another thing. If you guys did see on Twitter, I said that I wanted to do the games for V2R for Mega Dimension V2R. I wanted to just get the VR scenes and just show that. But in order to do that, I have to replay through that game from, you know, level 1. And I'm not even sure if they have DLC to help me out. So that's also going to take some time, even though the actual videos would be very short. You know what I mean? So. Oh, see a CPU 0. I'm glad you at least were able to come out for a little bit. But yeah, that's one of the pains of, you know, when I say, you know, I had to prepare a lot. Like, there are a lot of videos that, because I edit, you know, they are significantly shorter than they would be if you were just playing the game normally. Okay, come on. What key is that? It's a yellow key. So you're telling me that if I look in my items and I go to the keys, I have a yellow key. I have a yellow key. See, this is what I'm talking about. I already have these keys. I already spent the time to go get them. The game should just let me progress through. Like, what's the point in having me play through this same dungeon over again if I beat it once? You know? I have the keys. Just let me pass. Yeah, that's exactly it, Coffee. Like, it's like I gotta grind. And it's just... like, unless you really care about it. Which, for Fairy Fencer... I mean, to be honest, the one ending that I probably would have cared about, somebody had sent me a link to a video saying that it was gonna explain something, not realizing that the CG for Harley's ending was in that. So, or they may have realized and just didn't think about it or something like that. So either way, that actually demoted. I was like, I at least would like to get Harley's ending, but then the CG was ruined, so I'm like, or I've already seen the CG, so I'm like, alright, well, is it really worth it anymore? So, anywho. Nothing in life is ever that easy. Well, I mean, no, some things are easy, but this just, it's not just that this isn't easy, I also just feel like, is it worth it, you know? Just for... like, what, a minute or two after the end credits for a scene? It really should be, it really seems like something where, alright, pick your favorite character and try to go for their scene, you know, at the end of the game. So. Yeah, some things can be made easy, and I feel like this one, it's just like, I already have the key. I literally have the keys in my inventory. Why do I have to redo this again? Alright, so let me get back to thinking. I guess, do we go back here now? See, that's the thing, another thing, you know, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm like, not really paying attention to what keys I'm getting. I think I have the yellow key, though. Nope. Do I have where do I need to go? Looks like there's an entryway this way. Now, see, grinding for bosses doesn't bother me. Because that way you at least know, you know... I feel like that's a challenge to overcome. Right? But just doing something like this, it just seems unnecessarily tedious. It's like, why do you need to... Oh, great. Yeah, I realize that these replace... these keys replace each other regularly. But it's like I've already been through this exact dungeon again. And I look in my inventory, I have a yellow key. I'm pretty sure I didn't get a yellow key in the first dungeon. Or all these other keys. So... Well, I mean, some grinding can be a waste of time, Jacob. I get that, but... Because, I mean, it's really like, it's just to... You could look at it as it's just a way to make the game longer. I certainly see that. But, in this case... Or, not in this case. In certain cases, I feel like... Well... I mean, that is a good point, but... I don't think grinding is completely pointless. So... Yeah, exactly. Like a boss grind, you can think of different ways to beat it and all sorts of stuff. But like right now, I'm trying to find a key. You know, I'm spending my time trying to find a key. Why is this? How is this fun? You know, on what planet is this fun? Well, unless you just wanted to bask in the glory of your favorite character running around this area. But like even the movement controls aren't fantastic. That one dungeon where you could dash for an endless amount of time, that was fun, but... Well, I mean, it's, Robert, I don't mind grinding if I feel like it's for a worthwhile cause. That's my thing. I'm just saying, like, these endings, like, just to get, I have to see certain scenes with a certain character while I'm going through the game. If that is the case, then you should at least make it to where I don't have to... Like, what's a good example? I think Rebirth 1's endings, or was it Rebirth 2's? I think Rebirth 2's were very hard to get. And the rough thing about Rebirth 2 is that... Okay, I'm seriously not finding the key. Like, where is this key? Like, see, I'm gonna have to do this 3 more times. Find these keys 3 more times. Like, where do I... Who am I missing? Oh, welcome, Average, to your first Blade stream, where I'm just really running around trying to find a guard dressed in black for his key that I need. Just get out of my way, honestly.
New data.
Oh, great, Harley's ground truck.
I got some.
Oh yeah, the conquest ending. But see, that I still feel like that ending was worth, like, that is a completely different ending, and I feel like that was one that was at least worth to get. Plus, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could save at a certain point in Rebirth 2 and just grind the shares. It was hard to grind the shares, but at least you could do it at that point instead of having to replay the route more than once. And honestly, Louise CPU, I completely understand why I have low viewers right now. One, school's in, right? So people might be studying right now or doing other things, which is, you know, that's very important. Two, I'm not playing a Neptunia game. Neptunia games are the ones that do best on my channel because that's what I put all the work into making this channel about. Which is why it's so important for me that whenever a new Neptunia game comes out, I'm just going in circles. Whenever a new Neptunia game comes out, that I play it right when it comes out, because otherwise, I feel like that's potential that is being wasted for me. Conquest ending and masterpiece. Well, yeah, Chris, again, see, you are one of the people who enjoy my videos for me, but for a majority of people, like, think about how many people who comment on the, well, not that commenting is indicative of that, but just there is a difference between people, like, every YouTuber has people who will just watch them for them. No matter what kind of content they put out, they just enjoy that YouTuber's personality. But then you have the people who just only want to watch a YouTuber for their certain type of content. And in order to really build a different fan base, like, part of it is YouTube's fault. You know? Like... Wait, Robert. What? You said, from what you understand, the endings are based from one spot. If you could explain that one spot to me, I would be very grateful. Because... Maybe I shouldn't play with Harley. No, I'm good. I would be very grateful, Robert, because then I wouldn't have to replay through this dungeon over and over again. But from what I could find, I couldn't find the exact spot of where I would need to be in the game where the paths diverge. So, again, if anybody could do that, they could speed up my time exponentially, because then I won't have to come back to this dungeon again. There is a point where... Oh! Okay. And I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, Coffee, that's understandable. Like, again, you know, like, I get... You guys, I hear you on your... When you say, you know, there's a reason why you're not watching, but for majority of the people, that tends not to be the case, you know? And I'll tell you why. I still don't have the yellow key. Of course not. I haven't found another guard. Here's a little trick with YouTube. With YouTube, most of the views you get, well, from my YouTube experience and from looking at other YouTubers, I can't speak for everybody, but from most of the views you get, they're actually not your subscribers. More than half of the views I get on every video tend not to be from my subscribers, but from people who aren't subscribed to me, who see the video in the recommended page and click on it. So that means most of my views rely on titles and thumbnails, and of course the YouTuber themselves, right? So with that in mind, YouTube promotes your videos based on the fact of what content you specialize in. So, for example, I specialize in Neptunia content. So anytime I upload a Neptunia video, YouTube will promote that more to people who have searched up the Neptunia series versus Fairy Fencer, which I haven't uploaded nearly as much. And YouTube will say, okay, I'm not an expert in that field. Okay, here we go. So YouTube won't promote my Fairy Fencer videos or my Nier videos. Also, a series tends to do better than single standoff games as far as the test of time. What I mean by that is, so Fairy Fencer, you know, Fairy Fencer has really one game. I mean, you could consider it Advent Dark Force, but once the story of Fairy Fencer is over, what motivation do people have to go back and rewatch people playing Fairy Fencer? Unless they just really like the game. But with the series of the Neptunia series, there's the games, you know, Rebirth 2 comes before Rebirth 3, which comes before Mega Dimension, and then based off those games, there are spin-off games, you know. Then people might be curious to see, oh, you know, let me go back and rewatch a playthrough because I'm more motivated to watch it. You know, it's series do better than I don't know if I'm explaining. I don't think I'm explaining it all that well. Let's get a mind drain, Harley, so you can get your SP back. But yeah, that makes a big difference on whether people watch or as well. So. Oh, wait, you guys are saying stuff. Okay, hang on. It's literally right before the final dungeon? You sure, Robert? Okay, hang on. If that's true, then we might be able to do something. And I just got the gold key. Alright, I think if I leave, I'll still have the keys from here. I hope so. Alright, let's see. Because if that's true, then I can go somewhere real quickly. Alright. So... Oh, but it wouldn't be here, would it? Let me load another save. Oh, man. That is 4 hours or 6 hours of gameplay right there. Shoot. Either way, let's just see if I can leave. Skills. Backtrack. Well, I know they're achieved by the... prior to the final dungeon. Prior to the final dungeon. But if that's true... Okay, let's see. Oh! I talked with everybody! So wait a minute. So what you're saying is... these scenes? This is what you're talking about. Like, is this what you guys were talking about? The point is when... okay, so Robert's saying when I have Aaron at the riverbank. Okay, if that's the case... Alright, then here's what I'll do. We'll see about getting it on the on the route that I'm on. Was it 56? Yeah, I think so. Alright, thanks, Robert. I'd appreciate that. And I should really have some water by me. I gotta remember, when I stream, I talk way more than when I record. But hopefully... gold key. Gotcha. Alright. Are we done with this dungeon? Because that would be amazing. And we got a save point. So, regardless, though, what you guys are telling me is that I need a black key, I think. Is it... I hope it's just you right here.
Surprise. New data.
So, what you guys are telling me is that I won't have to replay through this dungeon again.
I got some good...
Like, right here, we should be done. I hope. Right?
This is friggin' annoying.
New data.
Alright, anyways, let me take out Zeke.
Here I go. My turn.
Brace yourself.
My turn.
Mr. Cheesy Waffles, do you have a website next to you? And you're just listening out
Here we
jokes? That's what it sounds like.
I'll do my best.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, mind you.
I can keep going.
I'm just curious.
Different enemies?
Alright. So we're finally done with that dungeon. So... the point is at 1610 in episode 64. Blazing gameplays, I'm on the easiest difficulty and my characters are over leveled. That's how I didn't die. But alright, so I'm gonna go to episode, what was it? Hang on, let me double check. 64, 1610. Alright, let me do that. Just give me a quick second. Playlist. Fairy Fencer. Okay. 64. Okay, so basically after we save Tiara. Okay, gotcha. So after we save Tiara, that's the point I need to be at. Wait, so then in that case, did I happen to... how did I not save more often? Hang on. Let me just see something. Okay, gotcha. Watching any of these 3 events gives you that ending and locks out the other events. Watching none gives you the Sherman ending. Okay. Well, let's see where I am in this Jet Black Cave. Okay, no, I think I'm literally at the same place in this save file as I am in this one. Well, no, like in the first route, I saved, you know, like most of my, I have like, I think 30 saves in the first route. In the second, I guess I just didn't care that much. I was thinking I'm over leveled anyways, and you know.
All right, let's get new data.
But all right,
Let's
I
do
think then that means that's gonna speed things up
Real limit.
a lot faster.
My turn. Not yet.
Let us begin.
So now we just, I think the only difficult dungeon that I would have to do again, that means I would still have to do the final dungeon many times. That's not gonna be fun. But
That was a much unexpected hurdle.
no, average. I get what I get that. I get that. Though other people might not like that. So guys, I don't have to see any other event. It's literally that moment. Just double checking. Yeah, it really does equal pain. I hate that dungeon. I mean, it was nice to look at, but to go through it multiple times. Now, but that I can do that. You know, just doing that one dungeon over again, that's fine.
Let's open it up.
That's fine. All right. Well, we're gonna continue on. The third route one isn't that good either. Well, we'll see. And if I even decide, because I don't know, when I get done with the third route, I might. Oh yeah.
Let's make this
Get ready.
interesting.
Who goes down faster? Let's see.
Here I go. Gotta get motivated.
I think Galdo. Let's see.
Ready to go all.
Oh,
Give it up.
well, it didn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna. Here we go.
I need to become you.
I actually do think then I'll choose the character I want to see the most and have their CG
I got
on.
some good.
And then I'll just re-grind back to the third route.
I'll blow you all. New data.
What is going on here?
I got some.
Am I in a loop or something? Oh no, it's Fang and his... Yeah,
Out of my way!
Here we go. Oh.
that's not what I meant to do, but that worked just the same.
Huh? My turn.
Probably Regulant,
Let us begin.
because... Well, I mean, you see, that's another thing with Fairy Fencer. The routes differ so much. They're like different stories. And it's like... Well... And the endings of... So far, the endings of the first 2 routes had a big problem for me. And that was how they were eventually... They reached their conclusion. And that is why the goddess thought Fang was worthy. So... Alright, where are we now? Now, as long as I haven't reached the Vile God, then we should be fine. Oh, it's my favorite dungeon. Yay. Oh, wait. Stairway to Heaven isn't actually too bad. If I beat the game 5 times regardless of... Well, that is fair, Robert. That's pretty cool. But I don't think I'm gonna beat it 5 times in one save. That's the problem. So, because in order to do that, I literally have to replay through the game 5 times, and that's what I'm trying to avoid right now. And just take a shortcut with the save file. As you think I'm the Link's best girl? I mean, I more power to you. Oh, and guys, a little trick for this, because I saw many people wondering how I just did it on the first try. Go for the sharp edges in the front. That's what I look for. So, I think we want to go this way. Yeah. Just some random gamer. Is that an actual character, Coconut? Because I think I've heard of people named Coconut, but not sure if that's an actual character from an actual series or not. Alright, where are we now? Or rather, where do I need to go? This way. Oh, right, Nekolara. I'm never touching that game. As many of you can ask as you want. That's not my personality at all. See, that's the type of games where I'm just like, no. That's a straight fan service game. And plus, even if I was slightly interested, the Black Cat Princess ruined any hope that I would ever play a game that's mainly Neko's ever again. Well, not ever again. I've never played a game that's mainly Neko's, but yeah, no. Plus she's a maid. Well, yeah, that makes it even worse because the Black Cat Princess looked like she was wearing a maid uniform. So. Oh wait, actually I know who you're talking about because Noble mentioned that she was his favorite several times. I'm not subscribed to him anymore, but back in the day, I used to be. And yeah, he mentioned her several. No wonder I thought she was familiar. I'm like, Coconut. That sounds familiar. Okay, now people are gonna mimic Princess. Just gonna drop a quick ban to everybody who do it. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna ban anybody. But I mean, other people in the chat might get angry with you for pretending to be her. So, okay, I think we're at Galdo's. Well, let me not say, because just in case there are some of you who haven't caught up with Fairy Fence and you're literally just here to chat, because I don't think you get spoiled that much.
Let's make this
Unless I were to talk about stuff, so I'm gonna keep that to myself where we are. But yeah, because I'm not gonna actually watch any of the endings right now. This is just grinding to get to them.
New data. New data. Gotta get motivated. My turn.
Oh, Harley did 0 damage. Fantastic.
Next! I knew I was strong.
Yeah, JD, and 4GO. 4GO is, what was the game I'm talking about?
Let's go, Seguro.
I think I'm supposed to lose this battle. I don't remember, though. Yeah, I'm totally supposed to lose this battle.
Let us begin.
My turn. My turn.
Get ready.
My turn. A golden opportunity.
Get ready.
I'll do my best.
Let us begin.
Chris,
My turn.
I don't know what you're talking about. I absolutely don't know what you're talking about.
How exciting!
I'm on fire.
Oh wait, what did he just do? That actually looked kind of cool. Eh, not that important though. We're just trying to get to a certain point. It would have been nice if somebody would have told me where to get the endings. Like they're like, oh Blade, by the way, when you get to this, well, hang on, this actually looks important. Save. Oh, Lola joins the party. That's just the normal events. Yeah. Alright. Okay, I think we're still good. Or we need to be hasn't opened yet. I think. How is it? What kind of conversation has this turned into, guys? I don't understand what's happening. Well, I do understand. I wish I didn't understand. But still, where did this come from?
Let's make
You-
this interesting. New data.
Can we, you guys don't have another topic? You want to talk about?
Next.
Fire.
That was nothing.
Anything interesting happen with you guys? Neptunia what if stories? Oh, I would actually, okay. Check this out.
New data.
I think for the next Neptunia game, there should be a villain
Should have backed it.
who mainly focuses on tricking the CPUs, and they're an extra dimensional villain, meaning
What's in here?
you get Rei back involved, and then they would probably go after Rei and Kurome, well, Uzume, and somehow turn her back into Kurome, or make her delusion powers activate again. Because as far as I know, unless Uzume had sealed her powers,
Yeah.
the same exact thing, because what made Kurome appear is that Uzume lost control of her powers and then asked herself to be sealed away. When Uzume reappears, there's nothing saying that the exact same thing can't happen again, because as far as I know, Eastward didn't say, "I've successfully sealed your powers," or, you know, something like that. How would I feel if Uzume was just a one-game thing? Well, I feel like she's not going to be, but if she was, I'd be okay with that. Because it would,
What's in here?
one, Uzume seems like she's back in the zero dimension. She could be or could not be.
Found you.
Like, she has memories of her time as a CPU of Hyperdimension, but I think her people now are in the zero dimension. So, it would make sense for Uzume not to be involved with the story. Although, if Neptune and the others were really in trouble, then I would wonder, okay, why isn't she appearing now? Kind of like a, you know, Avengers thing or Justice League thing, where, you know, one hero is fighting this really powerful villain. It's like, where are the others? But you could easily say they were off doing something else, right? Like, even though Neptune and the others were in trouble, there was no Pluto or Pishi did not show up. Not that they needed them, honestly. I mean, I think Neptune, Noir, Blonde, and Vert were way more powerful than Iris Heart by the end of the
Don't let
game.
your guard down.
So,
New data.
some people say Zero Dimension's gone. Others have said, oh, no. I believe Zero Dimension and Heart Dimension reappeared when Uzume was revived. I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Now, Neptune, see, the thing with me is that if you put Uzume in a game, you need to give me... The reason I was so salty in Cyber Dimension, because I am used to my favorite character being gone in games.
My turn.
While it's disappointing, I mean, Neptune was my favorite for the longest time, you know? It's not like I'm suddenly not gonna enjoy the series
New
anymore.
data.
But,
Fire.
all I want is for there to be a reasonable reason, you know? A good reason of why the character's gone. Like, the Oracles, that's terrible, right? You're telling me Chica has been on this trip for the longest time, has not once contacted Vert at all? Like, that's something that makes me upset. Kay and Mina, I can understand with their reasons, but Chica, no. Vert, it seems miserable without her. She may not realize it, but, you know, she's obsessing over the candidates now and all this other stuff. So, where are we now? I'm not... Okay, good. But yeah, that's my main thing. You're gonna do that, you're gonna get rid of a character, then let me know, give me a good reason as to why that character's gone. But if you're not gonna do that, then I'll be upset. So yes, if Uzume was never in another game, I could understand that happening. Imagine if IF did, wait, hang on, I feel like I may have missed some other stuff. So somebody's asking, what if I never found Neptune yet? Well, then I might not have ever started my channel, or I might have started it on... I may have started on Ruby, or a Sonic, or something else. Because Ruby, I was really into the lore, and I was predicting things like no tomorrow. So I thought, and people were recognizing my other account in the Ruby community. So I was thinking it'd be a good idea to make some videos and start my channel on Ruby. So that would be one thing, or just Sonic, because when I finally got the equipment, I was like, I love Sonic games so much, I might as well start a channel on it. But I always thought Kobarmini456, he was my boy. He was my boy for the longest time. I was thinking, I'll leave the Sonic games up to him. Yeah. Anyways, so that's my answer for that. What else? What about the true... Coffee, you asked me what about the true ending. What do you mean by that? Let's see. Yeah, Chris said they became independent dimensions. That's the thing. The zero dimension seems like an independent dimension, so it makes sense as to why Uzume might not appear for every little thing. And Reglin's asking, imagine if I did a game a la Senran Kagura Beach Splash with net characters with that cell. Yeah, probably. I'm imagining a lot of people like fan service. Would it be my favorite game? Well, I mean, if the gameplay is good and the story's good, that's what I care about. Moderator Senpai, you want a game where the CPUs fight the PC CPUs? Yeah, I have some ideas on that as well. Oh, yeah, Chris. No, I feel like before I do Showdown, I probably finish Sun and Moon Ultra. So, yeah, definitely. Other human counterparts for the CPUs? Well, see, that's another thing. Here's another thing that irritated me. You guys remember there are two rays, right? There's a Hyper Ray and an Ultra Ray. Where the heck is Hyper Ray? She went to clean up her act, and then when her power was being used, Ray was not mentioned at all. Ray is somebody who I felt was grossly misused. And I've continued to say that, right? Like, why do I feel like this is gonna crash the stream if I dash here? I'll just walk. But yeah, Ray, her problem that she had introduced in the beginning of Rebirth 3, it was never solved. She said the normal Ray, a human Ray, said Neptune was being lazy and she wanted to change that. And then what happened? She got turned evil by herself from another dimension. You know, that Ray should still have a bone to pick with the CPU. Should still have some things she wants to say. But that plot point was dropped. So, is Ruby good? Well, I enjoy it, but you'll see mixed reviews, honestly, Jack. So that's something you gotta come up with yourself. Yeah, Coffee. I understand Kobe's situation a lot. That's all I'll say on that. But Chris, the Ray and she should at least. I just find it strange how, you know, it's like no mention of not just Ray in many other games, but like the spin-off games. Plutia and Pishi came back, and Uzume came back for spin-off games. There's no mention of Ray at all. It makes me think Japan hated her. Because, I mean, I can't see another reason why they wouldn't bring her back. And they bring back Warachu. Well, they haven't bring back a non-adept either, but I mean, Ray's the CPU. I just feel like she should have been brought back. In some way, shape, or form, but that's just me. I mean, Ray was a big reason of why I got the games in the first place, too. Because I wanted to know more about the Atari CPU. And she's the reason I looked up clips on YouTube, and like Neptune is what made me stay and watch the anime. Ray is what made me buy the games. So
Show me what you got. Here we go.
Ray as a lawyer, I could see that.
Get ready.
Neptune doing better. Did I see that comment right?
My turn.
Well, actually, in Mega Dimension, Neptune was
Let's do this.
Neptune was better.
Data.
Neptune was a lot better.
Let's do this.
In
Let
my
us
opinion.
begin.
But I think that's because she had to, but you know, that's even, that's fine, you know? She steps up when she needs to. Well, I mean, it's fine for the context of the story, you know? If you actually lived in Neptune's city, I can see how you get annoyed with
Here
that.
we go.
Let us begin.
Oh, speaking of that coffee, has anybody been keeping track of, what is it? It's not J-Stars, it's, Jump Force. Jump Force, yeah, that game, there's been a trailer recently where new characters came out. I'm not gonna say who, so you can go check out the trailer for yourself. I have some things I would like to say about that trailer, but it just came out, so yeah, I'm not gonna speak on it in a stream format. Why can't I use backtrack? Hello? What? Why can't I use backtrack? Does it not consider this a dungeon? What? Fang's not out of SP. Alright, fine. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Which I think I'm killing it right now. I think it's this way, and then... Ah, shoot, I got lost. Yep. Alright, I think I was so close. It's right over here, isn't it? Yeah. Almost did it. If the Neptunia series had a male character... they did. They've had male characters before. Do you mean like as a CPU? Adult Plutia in Hyperdimension. I feel like if there was Chris, then Neptune would have found her. Because with all her technology, or somebody would have found her. I mean, there always could be one day, but yeah, that could be one day. But I feel like if they were to do that, that would limit the relevance of Ultra Plutia. Because if there's a Hyperdimension one, and just speak to that one instead of going to another dimension, you know? So. Oh! I have silent spells on my... Oh. Thank you! Alright. So I'm pretty sure we're still good as far as, we don't need to talk to anybody. Wait, what fury did I just put in? Yeah, this one's fine. Umio, then there's Mr. Bad, then there's Warachu, there's Anonadef, there's Copy Paste, there's Ganache, there's Yvoir, there's older or younger brother. There's been a lot of guys in the Neptunia series. But Coffee, you say one that was important. I mean, we also have had a main character protagonist that was in Hyper Devotion, and let me tell you, I hated that guy. I hated him. He was the most stereotypical, bland. No, I don't want him back. But I mean, you guys see how I'm reacting to Sherman and Fang and whatnot. I just think whoever the male character is, they need to be brought in right. Like, I don't want the CPU suddenly, you know, all trying to fight over him or something like that. Like, don't make him important to be, you know, to where all the CPUs are suddenly can't live without him. Just make him a normal character like IF. Well, he was important, Coffee. He was the main character. The secretary. What about the brothers, Robert? Yeah, a character based off of Steam, that would be very interesting, especially since, you know, I'm not sure, I don't have the sale numbers in front of me, but I would think IF in Japan at least are aware of the Steam sales and are looking at it like that. You know, do you think Like, I know, for example, the Sonic series, it's more popular here in America than it is in Japan. So I feel like they tried to cater to Americans. Like, they actually had, you know, Sonic Boom. That's what Sonic Boom is. It's the American version of it. You know, because it's doing so well in America. And I'm not sure what Super Dimension RPG means. It literally could just mean that they just wanted to try a different company. But, especially when you consider the delay. Although I don't mind the delay if they need to get things right. I'm also hoping the delay means they're trying to simultaneously release a Steam version and don't want to release it until they're sure it'll be out at that time. So, I'm not too familiar with producing Perfection, which is why if I ever got a chance to play the game, I would love to play it on the channel. Well, I could, yeah, it would take quite a bit of money for me to do that, but that would be something I'm interested in. What? Okay, hang on. First, let me go back to the beginning. Yeah, the CPUs can only be, that's true, at least for definitely the Ultra Dimension, they can only be girls. But there's no reason to say why, like, there can't be a very powerful villain character who's a male. But I feel like that wouldn't go off well with the community. I could be wrong. But, yeah. Alright, so Harley has left the party. A male character like Fang, not a CPU and not a bad guy. Yeah, then that'd be cool. Like IF, like I was thinking a character like IF, because IF has a purpose, you know. IF is a guild agent. A male, I feel like IF could have easily been a male normally. But not that I have a problem with her being female. The last thing this series needs is another male villain. Put Noble in the game. Not so sure. Not sure about that. Wait, Mr. Cheesy Waffles, I don't remember that quote. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't want a harem type thing. Like, for example, which by the way, no, I'll leave that later. But yeah, if that's what seemed to be happening in Noir's game. Like every guy was fawning over this generic, bland character, and it's just like no, like. Clearly, I think Neptune, Noir, Blanc, and Invert have higher standards than him. Like, come on now. Although they're CPUs, you know, they love their people, so that could be a thing. But considering, I feel like a big reason why the CPUs come into play in general, what do I need to do here? Do I need to complete a quest? I think I need to complete a quest. Considering the fact that this one. Oh, I gotta kill those Funyuns again. I just think that a male character should not end up being... you can do it right. You can do it right. That's all I'll say, I guess. While I try to hunt down... These Funyuns are hard to see. They're very small, and they blend in with the scenery. Like that, there's one right there.
Here we go.
Took me a while when I was grinding off camera. But since I know where that one is, okay, really.
Stay down. You should have backed down.
RPG is supposed to launch in spring, Regulant. If I were in the game, would I like it to be like Sydney's story was good. See, that's a story where I could actually see, you know, the romance happening and everything. Although I might be biased. I might be heavily biased. And you know what? Don't trust my opinion in that. But I like Sydney's story. Alright? And that's not from a biased standpoint, just the way it was structured and everything. I just felt it was just a good romance story in general. It just so happened to be about me and Uzume, so yeah. I thought it was supposed to come out in the winter, and when I looked it up, because I was looking to see how much it cost, it said December 2018, back then. So that was my impression. That was supposed to come out in December.
Here we go.
Feel good. Power surging. Next.
Backtrack. Alright, one more time. The stream has been keeping up though. I'm happy. I was worried that we'd get another quick cutoff and that would be it.
New data?
Yeah, I'll not only get the Fairy Fencer references if I play Rebirth 1 again, Jack, but also the references when they say Neptune is not the Neptune they know. I did not get that. That confused me for the longest time. I was like, what do they mean by that? Because the hyperdimension Neptune is different.
Here we go.
So,
My turn.
really? Well, let's take him out. Oh, come on, really? Fine. Do your worst.
Next.
There we go. Alright, Chris, let me just be completely honest. Somebody asked me before if I watched it, or they just assumed that I watched it, and I said, when did I say that? I said, when did I say that? Because I was trying to ask them if literally I had ever confirmed that on camera. But I have. Alright? And thoughts on Rias? Nothing really comes to mind at the moment. I mean, I guarantee, like, just because their character is redhead, it doesn't mean they're gonna be my favorite. Although, there have been many instances where that is true. But see, Jack, there's a video where I showed that side of me, alright? I have that side to me. Yes, I admit that. The point is, the whole point of me starting my channel was not to show... I actually want to tell you guys, like, how my channel even got started, like, in the first place. Like, where I got my main 50 subscribers from. Or my first 50. Because that was a big deal. But, yeah, I was trying to show it that way, in a way of... different than Noble, mainly. Because Noble was looking at it like that, and I was like, but there's so much more to the series. Especially when Noble started streaming, it seemed like he was just trying to make what is it? Reactions to the camera. Like, that's one thing I noticed with a lot of streamers. Since I do YouTube, you know, and I make videos, it seems like when a lot of people stream, like if they're playing a game or watching something, you know, doing a reaction to something, they'll do their reaction and then they'll glance at chat. It's like, you know, make an exaggerated reaction. See, did you guys like that? Huh? Instead of just playing the game normally. Alright. Oh, wait a second. Something's going down at the Fountain Plaza? Oh, just Lola. Alright, not quite there yet. Well, let me think on that, just some random gamer. While I'm on stream and I can't edit anything out. Like I said in that whole conversation, like, it's normal to be interested in that kind of stuff, right? It's just a level of tact of where, like, I literally mean it when I tell you, I don't look up any images of Neptunia series because I'm worried there'll be images like that. You know, I think I had a discussion with Teach Me SD, actually. And that discussion was based on, like, fan service characters and what I would like them to be. Wait. Mikey, it didn't actually cut off, did it? Oh, yeah, regular. See, I understand where Noble... Like, now that I've done all the things that I've done, Noble has to do a lot of work to put out videos as much as he has. So I get where he's wanting to like only do the main game. Cause like, look at what I'm doing right now. I'm literally replaying the game just to get a small ending and record my reaction on camera. I don't blame Noble at all if he was just saying, you know, he wouldn't do something like this. You know, it's too much work for not that much effort. You know, he does YouTube as a job. For me though, it's a hobby, and it's mainly, you know, if you guys are willing to keep me through it and help me out, then yeah, I'll do it. I'll put in the work. But for Noble, I understand, right? Now, to respond back to Justin Random's gamer question about, it's the fact that, like Uzume, for example, alright? Uzume is a perfect example. She's bae, alright? I was not originally interested in her because of fan service. And in fact, I've showed you the moment where that kind of happened. Heart is the biggest thing for me. I can literally watch a show and not have fan service and be completely okay, you know? And I've also seen many shows seem like they're ruined by fan service as well. That's the main reason why I was saying I don't want it in something, you know? But if you do it to where it doesn't ruin the show, like, Naruto has it. No, Naruto has some pretty big fan service. One Piece has some pretty big fan service. Bleach, if you even people talk about Bleach nowadays. Hunter x Hunter is like a rare occasion where there wasn't much fan service. But even the most commons of shows have fan service. The most common of movies have fan service. It's something that's normal. But if you do, too much of it, like if you advertise yourself as something that has fan service, then it's like you might focus more on that than actually making a good story, because you're hoping your characters will actually sell the game, and, well, by their, you know, anyway. Yeah, exactly, Coffee. Noble has to do a lot of editing, and knowing what I do, and even what I do with the new editing software is not nearly as much as what Noble does. Well, I shouldn't say nearly as much, but Noble does more editing than I do. Like, he'll zoom in, when he does the little zoom-ins on his face, you know, that takes a second to do. You know, or when he puts the text in there, you know, just the small videos that he does, he has to do a lot of editing. Now, I will say, it's probably, he does have it easier in where he can put his face. Like, for me, I can just, when I want to record a discussion video, I have to make it more interesting because I'm not recording my face. If I was recording my face, then I wouldn't have to, you know, put all the scenes and stuff like that. So it takes me longer to make those, but anyway. Fairy Tail fan service! Chris! Out of all the series that I mentioned, I think, well, no. Actually, I'm not. No, I think out of all the series I mentioned, Fairy Tail might be the worst. But as far as fan service comes from. I'm not saying it's a bad series, but... Neptunia U. Yeah, Neptunia U. Oh, and by the way, I think we're nearing the, Alright, we're here.
Here we go.
We're about to save Tiara. We're getting close to the breaking point, I think. But yeah, you'll see, see, that's the thing about Nier, right? Or Nier Automata. It's like, if I feel... When I get into it, I guess it's more this, right? When I get into a game, you know, when I really get into the story, like you guys know when I saw Sherman, you know, and I reacted the way I did, that wasn't fake. You know, that was me really getting into the story. I look at the characters and try to get into the story and get into it. Not to try to say that I look at them as they're real, because, you know, I'll easily say, like, Uzume is not real, you know. Somebody says, Uzume, like, I killed Uzume, you know, it's not going to bother me, you know. Like, they're clearly characters in the game, but I'll get attached to them while I'm playing the game. It's the same kind of way, and, like, I want to treat them like I would treat girls in real life. And girls in real life, you know, yes, I was, Chris. I was screaming really loud. But girls in real life, you know, one, I have a sister. Two, I have many friends who are female. And I'm not gonna, you know, disrespect them or try to look at them in a certain way. You know, that's not me. So when I say, when there's a game, you know, and there's the option to do that, then it's like, yeah, no. But on the other hand, if it's like look at Harley. You know, look at what she's wearing. Harley is basically, she does not care. You know, and when it's like, okay, you don't care, then, oh, and I got her. Yo, I just remembered. We're about to reach a scene. It also, now, while we're going to Tiara, and I'm going to try to skip as fast as I can before the stream gets blocked. Yeah, we're going, I think we're going the right way. I want to say. Yeah. It also depends on the girl themselves, because if you have an ugly attitude, I don't care how you look. It doesn't matter to me, you know?
Let's do this.
Not to say that Tiara's, the reason I didn't react with Tiara is because I had recently saw something in Nier. And lightning fast! Nope, can't do it.
A golden opportunity.
Doesn't it show up again after this scene?
My turn.
Oh yeah, regular. That's why I say all the time, like, these games, you know, it's not necessarily one I would focus on. I'm not to say, you know, that everybody who I should stop saying, like, I know things aren't real, but I still get invested in it regardless. That's what I'll say. So
Let's do this.
Here we go.
you guys saw nothing, right? I'm hoping the stream actually lagged at that point.
My turn.
And you just literally saw nothing.
I'm on fire. Who's next? Victory.
Nope. Alright, we good? Alright. So Robert, this is the point, right? If you're still here. And I see a bunch of laughs. You guys must have just gotten to that scene. Alright. Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you later, Chris. Thanks for coming out, man. Alright. Well, guys, then I think we're at... So, then I'll do... hang on. Where is it? 60... 61, 62, 63, and then I'll resave on 60. Alright, so now I've made multiple saves. So from this point, I should be able to... I think. There's a bunch of characters. Alright, so... in that case... let's, how my eyes? My eyes are doing actually pretty well because part of the time I'm looking away from my laptop screen. So that's good. Alright. So Harley. Yeah, I remember that scene. How could I forget? Like, look at what Harley did. Anyways. Is this... yeah, I think... alright. So, is that what I need to do? No, I'm not ending it here. I'm just trying to make sure that, that's all I need to do, right? Just see that one scene for Harley? Yeah, because that's the end right there. Alright, I should test it. Alright, then let me load the next one. This one will be Aaron. So I'm pretty sure there's an Aaron one. Sunflower N. So let's see, does Aaron's song change? Okay, Aaron's song didn't change, guys. Yeah, that's true. Like the riverbank. Did I mess up? Leave the inn. Okay, I left the inn. What's gotta wait a little bit for chat. I guess I can still be trying to figure it out myself. Maybe if I do this for Lola. No, I don't see. Alright, well, I'll save this one then, and let's load 62. Let's go to Ethel. Talk. Ethel isn't even on here. Okay, yeah, guys, Ethel isn't even on here. Like, literally, you got Karen. Are you kidding me? Oh no, sorry Jay. Let me scroll back. Let me see, what was your question? Wait, no, Jay, is this the first time you commented on the stream? I haven't seen your question. Check my sub quest reg to see if I'm missing some events. What do you, like... Between the Swords 1. Oh, wait a second. I think I might know what to do. Okay, hang on. Let me load 60. I think it's 60. Or let me load 63 because I know let me just load 63. I think I have an idea. We might need this, maybe. We might need to go... Hold on, guys. Get another phone call. Alright guys, So it's looking like I'm gonna have to end the stream here. There's something I need to take care of. So real quick, did anybody figure out, let me see. It looks like I do have Harleys for sure. Well, then if that's the case, I don't know. I don't know if somebody can tell me, like, if they like leave it on the comment of leave it as a comment on the stream of what they think I did wrong, and I'll try to fix that. But otherwise, I think I'm ready to start. I think I'm ready to start trying to record. I'll do the last dungeon, you know, myself, I guess. Because we got most of the grinding done, I think. But anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate all the help and support. And I'll just do some little fine tuning. Next stream I do, it should be Cyber Dimension. We'll try to see multiplayer, so look out for that. And I will see you guys later.